Welcome all. Today let us study about relief features of Karnataka. Karnataka is a typical tableland rising abruptly to the height of more than 700 meters from the sea level in the west and has a gentle slope to the east and northeast. It is one of the three divisions of the Deccan Plateau called Mysore Plateau. Larger area of the state is a part of Mysore Plateau, which also includes parts of Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh. Northern part of the state includes Maharashtra Plateau. The state has a large variation of topographical features ranging from the coastal plains to the greater heights of Malnad region. Larger area of the eastern part is a vast monotonous plateau in the north, whereas it is characterized by rolling topography in the south. Innumerable number of isolated hills dot the main Maidan region of the state. The state has an elevation ranging from 300 to 1350 meters from the mean sea level. The highest peak of the state is Mullayanagiri, which scale an height of 1913 meters and lies in the Baba Budangiri hills of Malnad, Chikmagalur district. It is followed by Kudremukha, which has an elevation of 1892 meters. In contrast, the Bhimeshwar Valley in Sagar Taluk of Shivamogga district lies at an elevation of 86 meters from the mean sea level. It is the lowest part of the state with an exception of coastal plains. From the above, okay. The large area of the state, that is 48.81% of the total area, has an elevation more than 600 meters. The plains has an elevation less than 150 meters is only 5.16 percentage of the total area. Even the area between 150 to 300 meters of height accounts only for 1.95% of the state. Higher elevation between 300 to 1350 meters accounts nearly 92% of the total geographical area of the state. Thus, most area of the state is a unique tableland rising abruptly from the coastal plains and dissected by the transversing rivers rising mainly from the Sahyadris. Next, geological history. Geological history of any part of the Earth's surface is significant, which largely influence on the lithology, relief features as well as minerals and soil resource. Karnataka is a part of a peninsular plateau belonging to ancient Gondwana landmass. It is one of the major shields of the earth formed during the earliest part of Earth's history. The geological history of the land belongs to the two old eras, namely the Archean and the Proterozoic. Other great geological periods beginning from the Cambrian to the Cenozoic era have hardly represented by minor sediments. Large areas of the northern plains of the state is covered by Deccan Trap, a lava plateau formed during Cretaceous Tertiary period. The state is exposed to old rocks in Gorur area of Asan district, which dates back about 3,300 million years. The Precambrian or Archean rocks of Karnataka have been divided into Old Sargur supracrustals, that is about 3,300 to 3,000 million years ago, and younger Dharwar supracrystals, that is about 300 to 3,000 to 2,600 million years old. The Dharwar supracrystals is further divided into two categories, namely older Baba Budang group and younger Chitradurga group. The skids belt of the eastern Karton like Kolar, Hatti and Sandur are equivalent to Chitradurga group. The Karnataka Craton has been extensively intruded by granites and granitoids of the age 2600 to 2500 million years. The eastern part of the state abounds to these granites and granitoids. On the other hand, northern part of the state is made up of Kaladki and Badami and Bhima group of sediments of Proterozoic age. Further north, The terrain is covered by extensive volcanic flows known as Deccan Trap of Cretaceous Tertiary period. Radhakrishna and Vidyanathan have divided the geological formation of the state into four main groups. First one, Archean group. These are made up of Dharwad skates and granitic gneisses, cover around 60% of the area of the state and consist of gneiss, granite and charnocoite rock. Some of the minerals found in this region are dolomite, limestone, gabbro, quartz, pyroxenite, manganese and iron ores. Second one, Proterozoic non-fossiliferous sedimentary formation of the Kaladgi and Bhima series. The Kaladgi series has horizontal rocks that run for 160 km in the district of Belagavi, Raichur, Dharwad and Vijayapura district. The Bhima series is present on the either side of the Bhima river, consists of rock containing sandstone, limestone and shale, and this is also present in the Kalburgi and Vijayapura district. The Deccan Trap deposits, this is the part of Deccan Trap which were formed by the accumulation of basaltic lava. This is made up of greyish to black basalt. The tertiary and recent laterites and alluvial deposits. Laterite capping are found over the Deccan Trap and were formed after the cessation of volcanic activity in the early tertiary period. These are found in many districts of the Deccan Plateau and also along the coast. Physiographic divisions. Based on the relief feature, the state is conveniently divided into three well-marked physiographic regions. These are the coastal plains, the Malnad, the eastern Maidan region or Bailu Sime. The Maidan region is further subdivided into northern and southern Maidan regions. In addition, the narrow belt between Malnad and the Maidan is also known as semi-Malnad, but topographically it is very difficult to demarcate the semi-Malnad region and it is a reality only in terms of climate. Thus, only three major physiographic divisions of the state are clearly recognized. First one, the coastal region. It is the westernmost part of the state, a narrow coastal plain overlooking the Arabian Sea from the unique physiographic unit of the state. It lies between 11 degree 4 minute to 14 degree 20 minute north and constitutes the transitional zone between the Konkan coast in the north and the plains of Malabar coast in the south. It is a linear strip running north-south over the distance of about 320 kilometers. It reaches from Karwar town in the north to the little beyond Mangalore city in the south. Being at the center of Konkan of Maharashtra in the north, Malabar in the south, Karnataka coast has both the features of adjoining coastal region. Spit and lagoons shoreline of Kerala extends even into the state up to the mouth of Tadri river at Gokarna. Further north, the western Ghats are very close to the coastal plains. The coastal plains of Karnataka is largely a wave-cut platform, thus it is an erosional plain rather than depositional. It in contrast with other alluvial plains of the country in terms of formation of as well as the soils. The coastal plains of Karnataka is about 50 to 60 km wide in the south and quite narrow with a width of 13 kilometers in the north. The average height is less than 200 meters from the mean sea level. The coastal tract is cut into the step-like terrace due to the oscillations and fluctuations in the sea level during the geological past. Features indicating the submergence such as drowned river valley, lagoon bars, wave-cut cliffs are common. There are no large deltas along the coast due to the most active southwest monsoons which produces waves of the greater height. These have washed the coast and carried down the riverine loots into the deep sea. Geologically, the west coast is of recent origin due to breakup of Indian subcontinent from that of Africa and the downfaulting during Cretaceous period. Thus, the coast of Karnataka is largely of submergent type with few exceptions of emergence features in the south. The coastal plains of the state can be divided into north and south sections. In the north, it is very narrow, uh, in which the Kali, Tadri, and Gangavali, Beti, Sharavati rivers drain into the Arabian Sea. The plains of these rivers are separated by low ridges running east-west offshoot of the Sahyadris or elongated spurs almost extending up to the coast overlooking the sea and ending abruptly with cliffs. On the other hand, the southern section of the plain is much wider and has a maximum width of 70 kilometers. Near the port of Mangaluru is the Netravati Valley. Western Ghats deviate further inland and the alluvial plain is quite large between the belt of recent deposition along the coast and erosional platform. The extension of the Western Ghats is clearly demarcated by the cliff in between them. Zones of coastal plains. Even the coastal plain is not monotonous. There are three well marked zones in the littoral plain. These are: first one, along the shoreline there is a narrow belt of recent deposition. It is characterized by sand dunes, estuarine mud, and valley plain. This zone is almost flat and elevation is less than 3 meters. East of the coastal lowland, there is a parallel zone. It is an erosional platform. It extends up to 60 meters of elevation. It is about 25 km wide in the south and narrow in the north. It is deeply dissected from and steep valleys formed by the west flowing river. Usually the cliff marks the slope between the western recent deposits and the erosional platform of the east. Third one, further east, the coastline consists group of low hills. The elevation range between 90 to 300 meters appears almost like the festoons of the Sahyadris. The coastal plain of Karnataka has been eroded by innumerable streams and rivers which rises in the western Ghats. There are many ports and harbours along the coast such as Mangalore, Bhatkal, Malpe, Karwar, Kumta, Honnavara, Hangara, Ghatta, etc. The coastline is dotted by hundreds of villages with fishing and agriculture with the main occupation. Aracanut, coconut, cashew nut and rice are the major crops of the region. Beaches and other coastal features. The most important coastal feature of Karnataka are the beaches. To the south of Bhatkal, the beaches are straight without headlands. Maravanate Beach is an example for straight beach without headlands. In the north of Bhatkal, the beaches are crescent shaped, formed between headlands and estuaries. Om Beach near Gokarna is a very good example for crescent type. Other important beaches are at Tekkakatte and Malpe. There are cliffed shore land around Someshwara, Suratkal, Baindur. Estuaries are most common along the coast of Karnataka. Important estuaries are Kundapura estuary, estuaries on the Netravati, Kali Nadi, Sharavati, Sita Nadi, Swarna, Udyavara, Mulki, Gangavali, Tadri, Venkatapura, Upunda, Bhatkala rivers. These are also spits near Kumta. There are also spits near Kumta, the northern part of Ullala beach and to the north of Mangalore. Near Gorpur, a barrier reef run for about 10 kilometers. The spit near Honnavara is gently curved and the other one near Malpe is hook-shaped. Most of the spits are confined to the southern part of the coast. Islands. There are some of the offshore islands in the north part of the coast of which Kanjigudda, Kurmada Islands, Devagada, Mogeregudda and Anjidiv of Karwar, Basava Rayanadurga of Honnavar, Netrani Island, Pigeon Island, Karekunda and Hog Island near Murudeshwara in Bhatkal Taluk are important. In the southern part, there are only few islands. The St. Mary Island are the group of islands in the southern section, which consist of a few small islands. St. Mary, also called Coconut Island, North Island, Darya, Bahadurgarh Island and South Island are the largest island of the group, which lies in the Arabian Sea about 6 km to the west coast of Karnataka near Malpe. St. Mary or the Coconut Island is the largest island of Karnataka. Volcanic rocks in these islands are known for remarkable columnar jointing. These are acidic rock. These are found all over the Coconut Island. The spot has been declared as the National Geological Monument. Tombolos are also seen near Murdeshwar and south of Honnavara. The important bays along the west coast are Karwar Bay north of Karwar, Binj Bay south of Karwar, Belikeri Bay located north of Ankola. Next, Malnad region. The Malnad region is the name given to the Western Ghats. These are also called the Sahyadris. It is a hilly tract lying between the narrow coastal plain in the west and the far-stretching eastern Maidan region. These forms an important geographical as well as geomorphic feature of the Indian subcontinent. It is parallel to the coast and extends from northwest to the southwest. The Ghats of the north extends from the Maharashtra, continues through Karnataka, further extending southwards between Kerala and Tamil Nadu. The state consists of central part of the Ghats. In Karnataka, the Ghats run for about 650 kilometers and the width range between 50 to 76 kilometers. The Ghat rises abruptly from the coastal plains to an height of 900 to 1500 meters. It is an escarpment in the west characterized with a steep slope. At some sections, it forms a cliff overlooking the monotonous coastal plain, which is a wave-cut platform. In the east, it has a gentle slope merging with the Maidan region. In contrast to vertical abrupt cliff in the west rising to more than 985 meters, the eastern slope of the Ghats are gentle, comprising undulating plains and meandering rivers. Thus, the Western Ghats show conspicuous west-facing high scrap and an elongated gentle slope in the east. Origin. There are several opinions regarding the origin of the Western Ghats. The most accepted version is that it is only an uplifted and deeply eroded highland but not a mountain. Some of the geologists have suggested that the Western Ghats are formed as a fault scrap and later due to marine erosion forming the gained cliff in the west. The sequence of the formation was outlined as: first one, the Western Ghat had originated due to normal faulting. The Western Ghat is an upthrown block while the west coast is the downthrown. The fault occurred after it was separated from the continent of Africa and Madagascar Island. The Indian subcontinent was drifted to northeast and the formation of escarpment along the western margin of India was due to the wave cut action. A recession of the Ghats to the east was due to the marine erosion. Marginal transgression and regression on account of static oscillation have resulted in the formation of coastal plain. Thus, the coastal plains is largely a wave-cut pattern. Later, westerly drainage was gradually evolved. Dominant westerly drainage has captured rivulets of easterly drainage system, resulting in lengthening the westerly rivers. Estuaries and lagoons along the coast were developed in the later period. The igneous rock found in many locations such as St. Mary's Island is a result of volcanism which took place at the time of breakup of India and Madagascar. The break took place during the Cretaceous period. The heavy monsoon rainfall has caused rapid erosion and retreat of Western Ghats eastwards. The Indian plateau was separated from the African plate and the Indian plate was separated from the African plate, and it has moved over reunion hotspot in the Indian Ocean. These hotspots were weak point of the Earth's surface where there is active volcanism. The rising mantle plume has caused upliftment of land by 1000 to 2000 meters. As the Indian shield moved northwards, there was a line of upliftment. Consequently, there was a split along the axial line. The two segments moved apart, giving rise to Caribbean, which is now occupied by the Arabian Sea. Thus, the Western Ghats are not a mountain range but only the western escarpment of a uplifted plateau. There are many peaks in the Western Ghats. These are formed by the erosional activity or action of the river on the flat-topped residual plateau. The uneroded blocks are pointed and appears a peak. Mullangiri in the Baba Budangiri Hills is the highest peak of the state. It is 1913 meter of the height. Baba Budangiri or Chandra Drova Parvata is the second highest peak of the state. Other important peaks are Kalhatgiri, Devi Ramanagudda, Rudragiri, Hebbebetta, all of which lies in Chikkamangaluru district. It has more number of highest peaks in the state. Ballal Rayanadurga, it is 1520 meters. Metrigudda, Varahaparvata, Subramanya or Pushpagiri, Kodachadri are some of the other important peaks of the Western Ghats. There are three important passes or ghatis in the Western Ghats, which proved excellent location traversing the Western Ghats for transport and communication between the coastal plains and Maidan region. These are first one Charmundi Ghat between Chikkamangaluru and Mangaluru. The highway passes through Mudigere, Charmadi, Beltangadi and Bantwal. Next one Agombe Ghat between Shivamogga and Udupi. The highway passes through Tirthalli, Agombe, Someshwara. Third one Kolluru Ghat between Shiruru and Benduru in Udupi district. In addition to the picturesque landscape, the Western Ghat is also known for many beautiful waterfalls which are not only known in the state but also in the country. The most important waterfalls of the Western Ghats are Jog Falls. It's of 253 meter on Sharavati River. Dudhsagar Falls in Uttar Kannada district. Kalasa Waterfalls and Surla Waterfalls on Mahadai River in Khanapura Taluk. Unchali Falls on the Aganashni River. Mogod Falls on Betti River in Yellapura Taluk. Gokak Falls on Ghataprabha River in Belgavi district. Sathodi Falls in Yellapura Taluk. Habe Falls in the Baba Budagiri Hills of Chikkamangaluru district. Dabbe Falls in Shivamogga district. Yelaniru Falls in Mavina Sasi River in Beltangadi Taluk. Manikyadhara Falls in Baba Budangiri Hills in Chikkamangaluru district near Dattatreya Pita. Irpu Falls on Lakshmana Tirtha in Kodagu district. Gokak Falls in Ghataprabha River in Belgavi district. Abbi Falls in Kodagu district. Many more smaller waterfalls are formed during the rainy season but dry up during the summer. Some of these are most favorite spots of tourists. The Western Ghat region is a unique physiographic unit of the state known for picturesque relief, heavy rainfall, rolling topography, landscape of high altitude. It has given opportunity for coffee and tea plantation, which in which spices are also produced in large quality, for which Karnataka is known for. Even the area is also known for orange and ginger. Because of orange cultivation, Kodagu is also called Orange County, characterized with a hilly landscape. Next one, the Maidan region. The Maidan region lies in the east of Malnad and present in an undulating landscape. It is a triangular in shape. The average height varies from 450 to 760 meters in the north whereas in the south it is about 900 to 1200 meters. It is distinct from the adjoining Malnad region both in terms of physical and cultural relief. It is consequently it is conveniently divided into two subdivisions by the Tungabhadra river which flow from southwest to northwest almost in the central part of the Maidan region. The southern part is much higher and slope eastwards. It is largely drained by Kaveri and its tributaries. The northern Maidan, on the other hand, is almost a monotonous plateau interspersed by isolated hills and larger area of it is in the Krishna River basin. The plateau is deeply dissected, indicating that original peniplined surface has been rejuvenated by upliftment. Rejuvenation of plateau is indicated by gorges and waterfall. Topography is mature. The entire plateau is slightly tilted to the east during the Cretaceous period, attributed to tectonic forces. Geologically, it is essentially Precambrian. The northern Maidan region. It is the land north of the Tungabhadra river and to the east of Western Ghats. It is the part of lava plateau better known as Deccan Trap. It is lava wherein the lava flow has buried the underlying features of the past. It is monotonous, treeless, extensive plateau. It is largely the basin of Krishna, the Bhima and the Tungabhadra rivers. There are some chains of flat-topped hills called Inselbergs, such as in Kaladki and Badami areas in Bagalkot district. A low extension of Mahadev range ending at Vijayapura forms the watershed between the Bhima and the Krishna river. In some of the limestones area, faulting has resulted in giving rugged appearance to the landform to the east of Saudati and Badami. The most important waterfall of the region is Gokak Falls of 62 meters. Other important waterfalls are Chaya Bhagavati and Sogala. Among the isolated hills, Naragunda Gudda 798 meters, Parasgadu Gudda 758 meters, Ikkala Gudda, Gurumatkil are the important. The northern Maidan region was known for severe drought in the past. It is the rain-shadowed region with an annual mean rainfall of less than 70 centimeter. Not only the amount of rainfall is low, it is also highly variable and uncertain. Bidar, Vijayapura, Kalburgi, Yadgir, Raichur, Koppala, Gadag district are known for frequent severe drought. Now irrigation has been extended in the recent period by Upper Krishna and Idgal dams. Major crops are jowar, cotton, capsicum, pulses like black gram, green gram, tur gram, groundnut and sunflower. In the irrigated areas, sugarcane and rice are significant. Population is comparatively sparse and the settlements are more dispersed. In the recent years, this region is experiencing unusual heavy rains and floods have become almost common, inundating large areas of lowland. Every year, the northern plains are severely affected by unusual deluge. The southern Maidan region. It is highly undulating and extends southwards up to the Nilgiri hills of Tamil Nadu. From the river Tungabhadra, it extends southwards. There are some hill ranges such as Biligiri Rangana Betta, Malay Mahadeshwara Betta, Narayana Durga, Devarayana Durga, Nandi Hills, etc. The Moya River Valley separate the southern Maidan region from Tamil Nadu. The southern Maidan region is also termed as the Mysore Plateau, extending from the Tungabhadra River in the north to Moya River in the south. It slopes east towards east. In addition to the hill ranges, there are many inselbergs like the rocks of Rama Nagara and the flat-topped hills. The Chitradurga Hills are a continuous chain of 270 kilometers from Chitradurga to Chikkanayakkanahalli. Madhugiri Hills is the largest single rock hill is in the continent of Asia. Nandi Durga Hill is the most important as it is the source of river. Channakeshava Hill Kavaledurga and Harihareshwara Hill are the important hills in Chikkaballapura. In Mandya district, Adi Chunchanagiri Hill, Narayanadurga, French Rocks, Karigatta and Melkote are important. Srirangapatna and Shimsha are the two important riverine islands. In Chamrajnagar district, Biligiri Rangana Hill, Malay Mahadeshwara Hill are significant. In addition, Gopal Swami Betta, Charmudi Betta are also important. The Sadran Maidan region is known for red sandy soil, which are not highly fertile. It is the rain-shadowed region but gets comparatively more rainfall than the northern counterparts. Irrigation is most widespread. In addition to canal irrigation, tank and well are also important. Kaveri and Nandidurga rivers, namely Pennar and Palar, are major rivers of the region. The region is known for the cultivation of ragi, rice, mulberry, sugarcane, tobacco, vegetables, fruits and varieties of pulses as well as oilseeds. Thus, Karnataka is a typical tableland consisting largely Precambrian rocks. It is the southern part of the larger Deccan Plateau. The state has no mountains and even large plains. It has only a narrow littoral plains along the coast, which is unique example of for wave-cut platform. The entire state bears single topography and has been subjected to erosion throughout the geological history. The rivers are flowing in the broad valley and have formed waterfalls while debouching from the plateau at the margin. Being the part of Deccan Trap, the lava plateau, the northern Maidan is known as its monotonous topography and contrast with the rolling landscape of the southern Maidan. In the next class, let us study about the climate in Karnataka. Thank you.